A very good morning to you all from the eNCA Money Desk. Now, working 9 to 5, or is it whenever you're needed? With cell phones glued to us, we always are just a call or a message away from our jobs. But what about those who choose to disconnect from work-related communication outside of working hours completely? What are your legal rights around this? Let's bring in Leila Moosa, who's from Cliffe Dekker Hofmeyr, for her insights. Leila, very good morning to you, and thank you very much for your time this morning. Can your employer request or even demand that you be available all the time?
Thanks very much for having me. Good morning. So the starting point, I think, is to look to what our basic conditions of employment say. And there's a general requirement that employers regulate working time of employees with due regard to, among other things, health and safety of the employees and their family responsibility. Then there's a further provision that actually regulates the number of hours, the maximum number of hours that can be worked, for example, per week. And there it's limited to 45 hours, after which it would be overtime worked. And that too is limited to a maximum of 10 hours per week. Now, what's important to note there is that that regulation of the specific number of hours applies only to those employees who earn below the earnings threshold set by the minister, which is currently at around 252,000 Rand per annum. So I think that's the important starting point. And for those who are perhaps managerial employees and who earn above that earnings threshold, we typically see in their contractual arrangements that it says that maybe their core hours are, let's say, 9 to 5, and then beyond that, they may be required to work such hours as may be necessary to fulfill their employment duties.